Hi, it's Martin. Welcome to another Knit 365 vlog. This edition is going to be about some of my crafting plans for 2021. I've also got a giveaway coming up, so stay tuned for more details on that. I did my end of year wrap up and some of the comments were just amazing. So thank you very much if you took the time to watch all the way through the video, and also if you took the time to leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it. And some of the comments are just amazing. It's really lovely to hear what you think about the projects that I make, and actually hearing that lots of you enjoy watching my videos. It really does make it worthwhile for me to put the time aside and record these videos. So thank you very much for everyone who interacted with me on the last video. So if that one focused on looking back through 2020 and the year that was, this video is going to be a run through of some of the makes that I would like to get off the needles and or crochet hooks in 2021. And I think it's one of those things for me that I set out the year with a list of things that I'd like to make. I've got some yarn in mind in case I see some while I'm out yarn shopping. I've got some patterns in mind for things that I'd like to make. And if I make them, yay, fantastic. If I don't, that's okay too, because my plans change. So I've got 9 projects that I'm going to quickly share with you. If I made all 9, that would be amazing. When I looked back over last year's 9 that I thought about, I actually made 5 of them that appeared in the video last time. So some of them have been carried forward to this year. So I'll get into that in a moment, but I think, as I said, very much it's about making plans for the year of things that I'd like to make so that I've got a little bit of structure, because, you know, this vlog is called Knit 365. It's all around me basically just trying to knit or crochet, or both some days, every day. And if I do a little bit every day, then every month I should hopefully have 1 or 2 finished objects, and I make good progress with my crafting. So all of these are big projects on my list of 9, but of course there's going to be some smaller projects. I brought along my current work in progress. I mentioned it in the last video. This is my flax light that I'm making for Niece 1. I'm just about to cast off the sleeve, but I've been working on this since in between Christmas and New Year. I think I started this. I'm not sure the exact date. But jumper's finished. A very, very quick knit made in sock yarn. So I really like this. And then I've got this yarn, which is also, so that's Bo Peep in a lilac-y colour. This is Bo Peep. This is a sort of a grey pink. And I'm going to make a flax light for Niece 2 in this colour. So I don't kind of add these to my knitting plans for the year list. You know, there's always going to be things, oh, that's a great pattern, I'll cast that on. And yeah, so I'm happy to kind of intersperse the big projects with some of these littler ones. And I think it keeps it more interesting. It's a little bit of variety for what I'm working on. I like a plan, I like order, I like structure, I like to know where I am and where I'm going, but I can plan a little bit too much, and I like a little bit of spontaneity then, where I can then think, oh, I'm going to cast that project on. And I'm sure lots of you are the same. I'm sure some of you have started watching this video now thinking, he's planned his year out? I know it's only January. It's Saturday the 9th of January as we're talking. And yeah, you're probably thinking that I'm crazy already, having planned out some of my bigger makes. But each to their own. It works for me so that I've got a bit of an idea for what I want to work on. So let's get into it. So I've done a 9-box grid. I think those of you that are big users over on Instagram, it's often referred to as the 9 in 9, I think. I'm not sure why, because I wouldn't do 9 projects in 9 months if that's where it comes from. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've done the 9-box grid, and I thought I will very quickly just zoom in, tell you a little bit more about the project, and bring it to life a bit more. So first up, you know this is a West Knits fan account. I'm a big fan of Stephen West. I popped a green shirt on today and I thought, oh, well, you know, the green shawl matches in. So I'm going to make myself a bubble sweater. This is Mark's bubble sweater that I made for him 2 years ago, perhaps. I want to make myself one. I've started one for myself and yeah, I guess I can give a bit of a spoiler. I've actually finished it. The jumper's done, but I wanted to make it into a cardigan because I didn't think I would like the busy yoke on my chest. And I put it on and I thought, oh, I really like that as a jumper. But I've added a panel down the middle to steek so that I can cut it up the middle to make it a cardigan. You've not really seen a lot about that in other videos because I followed my progress with a project vlog. So there'll be a separate video about how I've adapted the pattern, how I'm going to steek it. But then lockdown happened and I finished that ready to steek last March. Lockdown happened and I've not been able to get along to Ammonite Yarns to see the lovely Jenny to help me out. I get the concept of steeking. I've had a practice. I'm just not comfortable putting in the crochet line and then cutting it. I really would welcome someone just sitting next to me so that I can do my crochet lines. I'm ready to cut, but I can say, Jenny, have a quick look. Have I missed any stitches? So that will come. But when I tried the jumper on, I was then like, oh, I wish I had my own bubble jumper. So I'm going to make one. I'm not sure about the yarn for that yet. I haven't got any yarn in mind. So we will see, but I'm definitely going to make a bubble jumper. The next one I want to make is called the Beauceron. So this is by Vincent Desland. It's designed by Del on Instagram, and I'll pop all the details for the designers in the notes below. Vincent is one of the party of Le Gasson with Max Sear, who you've seen. I've done the fox sweater, I've done the unbearable hoodie. So Vince and Max are partners and design together. So I really want to make this. This has been on my list. This was on last year's list that I didn't get to. It's a lovely slip stitch design around the yoke and then just a very plain and simple body. I've got some wool in mind for that. I think I'm going to do a navy top with a lighter grey, lighter than that, so the top stands out. And I'm going to use West Yorkshire Spinners Croft DK in their double knit. If you've watched for a while, might remember my dark grey cardigan. That's West Yorkshire Spinners Croft. That's their worsted weight. So this is going to be in a double knit. So I had some gift vouchers for Ammonite Yarns for Christmas, my local yarn shop, and they stock the Croft DK. So I'm going to get that to do this jumper. Very excited about that. So that's the second project for me. The next project then, this was also on last year's and we didn't get to it. This is Monsieur Plastique. This is also by Stephen West, and this is going to be for Mark. He actually wants it in this colour, in this style. He wants the mild grey sort of fade effect and the bright shocking blue on the arm. There was a discussion about maybe a shocking pink arm. I'm not sure, we'll see. But Monsieur Plastique, that was on the list last year. I didn't get to it. Hopefully I will this year. And then that's the first one for 2021 that I hope to make for Mark. Sticking with Mark for the next two projects, this was also on the list for last year. This is the Argyle V-neck pullover by Martin Story. I've got the wool for this, and I think it's Jameson's wool we bought. We picked up the wool 3 or 4 years ago at a yarn festival. So I have the wool to make it. It's not overly complicated. It's just Intarsia, so each of the colours you drop and keep picking up. I've done a lot of Intarsia work. It's a technique I'm really comfortable with. But again, I haven't really started it. The yarn isn't even wound. I've not really had the headspace to start it because I think I've been putting it off. It's going to be really complicated. I'm sure it's not. So I will get to that. Mark did say a few weeks ago, where are we with my coloured jumper? Which is Mark speak for, can you hurry up and get it started? So I'm going to do that one. It's a fingering weight yarn as well, though. That's the other thing. So it's fingering weight in that colour work. It's very simple. It's just a front and a back. but we'll see. So we'll get to that one at some point. The next one is the Riordan jumper by another Martin Story pattern. And I've started this. I've cast this on, making it in Rowan, I think it's all seasons cotton. But I've started it, I've cast on, I've done the ribbing, and I've done the first row of the cabling. I realised that I need to concentrate when I'm doing the cabling, and I put it down and I haven't picked it back up, and that was probably since last June or July maybe. In my head, I want to make a proper Aran jumper. If you've watched my introduction video, you'll know that I knit inspired by my grandfather, and I remember being a young child and watching him churning out Aran jumpers for me and my cousins without really looking at a pattern. He was such a prolific and experienced knitter. And I've got this kind of thing in my head that I'm a confident knitter, and I can probably say I'm a knitter when I can do an Aran jumper. So I've started it. I've just got to get myself into the headspace to pick it up. And I don't think once I've started it properly and I've established the pattern and I know where the cables are going, I think it will get quicker. But it's an all over pattern. So the pattern is also on the back, and you can't really see it here, maybe just a little there. There is a cable twist that goes down the sleeve. So even when I finish the front and the back, I still have cables to do on the sleeve. So we'll get to it at some point. I think that's probably one I need to just pick up and every couple of weeks do a few hours on it. And before I know it, it will make good progress. I've got the next one then is the Love Note by Tin Can Knits. And I think loads and loads of people have made this jumper. It's such a popular pattern. And this is a knit that I'm going to make for my mum. She loved I've made 2 jumpers for her so far. One she liked, I didn't think the fit was very good. I think she was being polite. There was one last year you may have seen around July or August time, I think. I made the Mountain Mist by Tin Can Knits. She loved it, and she's asked for another jumper. So I'm going to make the Love Note. I've already got the yarn for this. I bought some La Bien Aimée yarn, which is, it's just amazing. I've got a dark foresty green and matching mohair. So Mum's birthday is in August. So this will make an appearance at some point. It should be a quick knit, top down, bit of pattern on the yoke, and then a straight body. So I think probably May, June time, I'll start this one in time for Mum's birthday. So excited to make that one. Then the next pattern is for me. So this is the Drangy sweater, another West Knits. This in the picture is made in Brooklyn tweed, and I think I'm just going to make the same. The colours are still available, so I don't have the wool for this one yet, but I really like, it's a simple top-down raglan with some colour changes around the raglan increases, which I think gives a nice bit of texture, and then just a simple body. I love grellos, greys, yellows, blues, any of those kind of colours, they're absolutely up my street. So I'm going to make this one, but I don't have the wool for that yet, so I need to find someone that does Brooklyn tweed and get this one going. The next one then is my Babette blanket. So this is a big crochet project that I'd like to do this year. I think I've talked about this in previous videos, possibly in the October video or maybe the September, towards the end of the video in my stash top up. I have purchased some Rowan felted tweed, and I was also gifted some by Angela from Yarn and Yarns, who's got the Yarn and Yarns channel here on YouTube. Such a lovely gift from Angela, where I bought some yarn from her shop and she had some offcuts in her stash that she wasn't going to use that she kindly gifted to me. This pattern is made up of lots and lots of little crochet squares, which increase in size up to these larger ones. And then you fit the blanket together. So you work on sections and the pattern gives you the schematic for how that works. I've done a multicolored jumper. I think I have worn in a previous video, my greys and blues block jumper. It was a calf facet pattern that I made also in Rowan tweed, and I've got loads of leftovers, but not enough of one color to make another jumper or another type of colored project. So the plan is to use those offcuts plus the yarn I bought from Angela and the yarn that she gifted to me, and I'm going to make my babette. So I'm starting this hopefully soon, because I think it's one of those, once I've worked out the colours, and of course this is done in multicolours, mine's probably going to be 6 or 7 colours. So I just need to do a little bit of thinking to make sure I know which colour for when. Although I am thinking I might just make it random, stick all the balls in a bag and just pull out a ball. And then make that square. But certainly it's going to be a great project, because there's these really little teeny tiny ones here that shouldn't take more than 10-15 minutes to crochet, and of course then there's the larger ones. So I'm excited to start that this year, and then it's a great stash buster. I've got all the yarn for that one, so I'm ready to go. And then the final project, also for me, there is a bit of a theme this year. 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. 1, 2, 3 for Mark. This never happens. It's usually the other way around. It's usually more for Mark than it is for me. But hey ho. This is the Radiate sweater by Hoey Locatelli, and I'm really excited to have a go at making this project. I've also got the yarn for this already. See, there's a theme with lots of this. I'm ready to go on lots of them. This is another top-down multicolored yoke, and I'm really excited to have a go at this one. Again, Angela from Yarn and Yarns has got an amazing Radiate sweater that she often wears in her videos. And I saw it and I thought, oh, I think I might like to have a go at making one of those. I think it'd be a really nice jumper. I've bought the pattern. It is a pattern designed for women. So it's got lots of shaping, which I'm sure I can adapt. I can leave some of the shaping in for the short rows at the back, for example, to give a slightly higher neck, but I can take some of the bust shaping out. And I'm sure I can adapt the pattern as I'm going. I'll probably need to adapt the arms slightly because I've got slightly chunkier arms, but I've had to do that on a couple of other patterns. So I know in a double knit yarn, I know how many stitches I need to be starting with. So there'll be a little bit of maths and a bit of calculation, but I should be fine adapting that pattern from ladies to men's. And I'm really excited about this one because I've talked about some of my project. I've got 3 projects on my frog list that I'm just going to rip out and use for another purpose. So the Radiate sweater with this lovely, lovely yoke. I've got some normal grey yarn that I'm going to use for the body, and I'm going to use this for the yoke. Look how amazing this yarn is. So this is the Brexit colorway, and this was by Countess Ablaze, and I bought a skein of it, and I bought it for a pattern last year. Started the pattern, and you couldn't see the pattern because the color is really busy. So I thought, oh, it's okay. I'll just do a cowl. And then I've started it. I've done a provisional cast on. I was going to make this out, basically use all of the skein up that I wound. And then I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what a waste of wool. The wool is amazing. It is so soft, and the colorway is just fantastic with these pops of yellows and greens and pinks. So it's just sat there thinking, I feel like I'm not using this yarn properly. Enter the Radiate. So I'm going to do the coloured yoke. So where you would see the pink is going to be this amazing blues and little shocks of colour. This is absolutely not me. It is absolutely pushing me out of my comfort zone. I don't really like busy patterns on my chest. I think I've got a big chest and I don't like kind of featuring it, which is why I didn't want to make a bubble sweater, because I thought it would look wrong. But when I made my bubble sweater, I was like, oh, I actually quite like this. And I think with the right colours, yeah, I think it could work. So I'm going to unwind this. This has been on the needles for 12 months now, like this. So I'm going to rip this back. I'm going to rewind this into a skein, and then I'm going to wash it again to kind of forget its memory so it doesn't know that it's been in this shape. And then I'm going to start that. So I have got all of the wool to do that one, and I'm very excited to get that pattern started. And I think it'll be a much better use of this wonderful colour. And where it is a little bit brighter with the pops of colour that will shoot through, ultimately it is going to be a predominantly blue and grey jumper. So it's kind of halfway to pushing my colours out versus having something too bright, not garish, but too bright that I wouldn't tend to buy if I was shopping. So that's that project. Very much looking forward to that. And that is my 9 projects. Some lovely things. This year is, apart from the blanket, this year is going to be the year of the jumpers, I think. There's no way I'm going to get all these finished, because in order for me to do that, it's probably what? A jumper every 5 weeks? I'm quick, but I'm not that quick. So we'll see. But like I said at the beginning, this is my wish list of projects. 4 of these were on last year's. So if I don't make them, if they don't come off this year, I'm totally fine with that. There are other things that I want to make. I showed you in my end of year wrap up, I had the socks, the sock kit, I had the glove kit. I went to start the socks, realised it was Judy's Magic Cast On. I didn't know who Judy was. So I've had to do some research on that. It looks really complicated, so I've left them in the bag for the minute. I went to start the gloves and realised I didn't have the right size needles, so I've had to order some needles. You'd think I've got a massive stash of needles, and why is it always you've got all these needles in a box, you go to start a project and you haven't got the needle you need? What are you going to do? Order more needles. So they arrived yesterday, so I've actually got Monday off work. So I work a 9-day fortnight, so I have every other Monday off. So I do my Monday hours throughout the rest of the fortnight. So I have every other Monday off, which is my knit day, which is very nice. So I've got Monday off, so I'm going to try and do my gloves and make a start on those. But see, there we go. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to cast on for Niece 2. I'm going to cast on my gloves, and that's even before we've considered starting any of the 9. So it's an aim. So yeah, I'm very excited. Please let me know what you think of the projects that I am planning on making. Let me know as well if you've already made any of them. Any hints and tips, always gratefully received. And what are you making? Let me know in the comments below. And as before as well, if you use Instagram, I'm Welsh_tenor. My details are in the notes below. Tag me in your photos online. It's lovely where I've been chatting to some people on Instagram who watch me along here, and I've been able to put faces to names. We've had lovely chats and discussions. It's really great. So yeah, let me know what you're working on for 2021. I'm not going to turn this into a sewing channel, but the other thing I just wanted to mention is I do have a sewing machine, and I only bought it October last year, and I have bought a sewing book. So I'm really looking forward to getting, I'm not going to get through this book, but there's some lovely I bought a kids clothes book for the 2 nieces. I thought, might be easy to make some kids clothes? Who knows? There's a few great things, like I'm looking at that lovely little dress. I don't see why I can't have a go at that. So at some point throughout the year as well, I said, this isn't going to turn into a sewing channel by any stretch of the imagination. But I've got some sewing ideas as well. And I will share some of that progress with you as I'm going. I'm just interjecting at this moment while I'm talking about these pattern books. I bought these from The Wool Patch, and I just wanted to pause. There was a little bit of fog in my brain as I'm going, and I'm trying to think of the name of The Wool Patch as I'm chatting. So I'm just quickly interjecting into the videos. Big thank you to Stuart from The Wool Patch. I ordered this book. I actually ordered a second one as well that I've just been telling you about. But I just wanted to give Stuart a shout out, because Stuart's got a channel here on YouTube with just the greatest videos. Go and check them out. Stuart in his potting shed, sharing some amazing projects. But Stuart runs The Wool Patch which is a bricks and mortar knitting, crafting, crochet, fabric, haberdashery. It looks an amazing shop, as well as an online store. So I just wanted to pop in because, yeah, I couldn't remember the details, and I don't know whether there's any confusion on my face when I was showing these books off. So there we go. Anyway, back to it. And then let's get through to the giveaway. So I'm starting the year full of hope and optimism for the things that I want to make. We are still in lockdown. We just forget about that. You know, it is what it is. It's a perfect time to stay at home and craft. But I wanted to give something back to you because you are all so lovely at interacting with me, watching my videos, commenting. We're really starting to build a lovely community out. We're nearly at 800 followers, which is just amazing. So I wanted to give something back to you. So I think in all of my videos, at some point, there's a project bag that gets flashed and I talk about the little grey girl. All of my bags are from Gem of the Little Grey Girl. I love her work. I love her bags. So this is the pyramid bag. As you saw, this contains what was half a cowl and the rest of the skein. So this, you know, perfect for a one skein project, this little pyramid bag. And I've shown them off in other videos. I've got my giant extra large bags that hold 9 or 10 skeins of yarn and a project. So giveaway time. I have picked up some bags from Gem over Christmas that I'm going to give away to you. So we've got a pyramid bag, brand new, fresh from the packet. You can see I'm not going to open it out. That's what it will look like. But we've got this lovely grey circle, zip, lovely little handle for easy carrying, and Gem's lovely signature label. And I've got a small project bag, lovely blues and yellows, again, carry handle, lovely little logo. And this will take a perfect one skein project as well. You can get 2 balls of wool in there, I think, based on the small bags I've got. And this is my way, as I said, to give something back to you all. And all you need to do to be in with a chance of winning one of these bags is leave me a comment below. That's all. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you think of this video. Just say hi, whatever you want to comment below, but leave me a comment and I will use a YouTube random comment selector. I think that's what they're called. And it will pull out all of the unique comments that are on this video. And then there'll be 2 lucky winners. I'm happy to post anywhere in the world. It's not restricted to just the UK as where I am. Obviously, if you are in the US or Canada or Australia, where I know I comment and chat to some of you, I will get it in the post to you. How long it will take to get there, who knows? But as long as you're happy to wait for your prize, feel free to get involved. And I said, it's just my way of kind of giving something back and saying thank you. You know, I do really appreciate all of your support and the community that we are building here. You know, if you've just stumbled upon my video for the first time and you're just seeing me talk about my plans for 2021, hi, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, as always, thank you very much for coming back and giving me a little bit more of your time. If you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. It helps me and it also helps YouTube recommend similar videos to you. If you do like what you've seen, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me grow my community here. And as I said, there's nearly 800 of you now, which just blows my little mind sometimes that, you know, I started this video series back in May time, I think. It was a way for me to continue knitting and have a bit of purpose while we were in the first lockdown here in the UK. And to grow the channel so quickly has just been amazing. So thank you very much. If you've got knitting or crochet friends that you think might like these videos that don't watch, please recommend me. And yeah, let me know what you're working on in the comments below. I really appreciate your time and I really enjoy chatting to you all. So I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you leave me a comment if you want to be in with a chance of winning one of the bags. I will leave the comments open on this in terms of you being able to win up until the 31st of January. Normal service will resume on my videos now. So we had a bit of fun with Vlogtober and Vlogmas. But I usually get into the habit of a monthly roundup, as well as then some more project-specific vlogs. So for this one, to be in with a chance of winning, I'm going to do the draw in my January roundup video. So I will record that in the first week of February. So you have until the 31st of January to leave me a comment, and I will do the draw in that video. So good luck to everybody. And I hope you love Gem's bags as much as I do. This isn't a sponsored post. I bought these bags myself because I love them and I want to be able to share something back with you. I did speak to Gem and I told her what I was doing and she said, "You are mad, but thank you very much for sharing the love." So yeah, get involved. There will be another video coming, maybe next week, maybe the week after. I've talked about my project video for the blanket that I made for mother-in-law for Christmas, the boho blanket. That video is done. I just need to upload it to YouTube. So we'll spread the videos out. So maybe next week or the week after, keep an eye out for that project-specific video. And then we will chat again about what I've actually started and what progress I've made throughout January when I speak to you again a few weeks after that for my January roundup. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. And until we speak again, happy crafting.